I've been thinking about myself today, thinking how I changed, how I really don't care if you are here or if you don't stay.
Morning, friends. I just wanted to show you some of the funny things in my garden that just every time I see it, it makes me chuckle. So I'm gonna turn you around to show you. First off, this ridiculous amaranth plant. All of these little things are seeds. I'm gonna have to get it up eventually because it's ridiculous. Then these are just beautiful. I just love it. Doesn't my yard look crazy? Those are all weeds, but we just let them grow. Look at those flowers. I love these bee balms. I want it to grow forever and ever. I just found out though that once the flower is done, then that stalk just dies. So it has to be cut back every year, which I did not do, so I'll do it this year. But these are an herb, and apparently they taste a lot like spicier oregano. So I'm excited to use that, and then my herbs are finally taken off. Look at that. Good job, herbs. But I have what looks like beets right here. Yeah, those are beets. So there's 2 beets right there up against this pepper. We'll see how that goes. This plant, this ridiculous plant right here, is a 1,000 head kale. And it's pretty big. Look at that. Pretty big. And it just won't stop growing shoots. This is from last year. Oh, the original stalk just fell off. So what I do is I cut it to the very base, and it just grows back every year. It's crazy. I got sunflowers everywhere. And then this is a Cylindrica radish. I should pick it actually. It's about big enough. That's my first radish I've ever grown, so I'm pretty excited about that. And then over here is a volunteer tomato. And look, they're little baby tomatoes. I'm so excited. I don't know what variety it is, but they're cherries, so they're gonna be good. Super excited. It is overtaking one of my hot peppers, but that's okay. That is a yellow Hungarian pepper. I could probably pick that pretty soon as well. And then, uh-oh, what's going on with you, buddy? What's going on with you, buddy? You better not be eating my pepper. There's another yellow Hungarian. I'm waiting for my peach peppers to start peppering, because those are like my favorite. What are these? Poblanos. Look at that. So those are looking really good. Finally got some of my tomatoes strung up. I have been so sick. So sick the last week or so. Barely having energy to come out here. Luckily it's been raining like crazy, so I haven't had to water. Look at that, my first big tomato blossom. We're so late in the season, I'm not picking any first blossoms. That's just it. Look at my poor garden. I have grand plans on getting mulch. So all of these weeds are going to get picked as much as possible and thrown into the rabbits. But it's probably just going to get mulched over. Look at this sad, sad little basil. It's growing though. There were giant cabbage. Well, maybe not giant to most people, but giant cabbage all right here. I have 4 cabbage head inside of my my fridge that I need to process. And that is my tallest tomato. Maybe. The other one over there looks pretty tall. My kale is still jamming. I need to eat more of it. This is all cauliflower and broccoli. That is not really doing much, but it's surviving. it got about a foot taller than it was and a lot greener, so that's good. Oh, I forgot about my oh my gosh, that's my first okra blossom and it's opening. Oh my gosh. Ah, I'm so excited. These are my weeds. They're really big and beautiful. This is mallow. Mallow is a antioxidant, blah, blah, blah. Really good weed, beneficial. Well, depends on how you see it. But it is a edible weed. This is my broccoli that's going to seed. I just kind of want to see what happens. I've never actually even grown broccoli to fruition. So I already got a little tiny head, like tiny. Basically a floret. And then it started going to seed, so I just let it. This guy needs to be strung up. Oh yeah, so these are my walkway tomatoes. I didn't tie this guy up yet, but this guy I did. Oh, I bet you anything that this is a Barry's Crazy Cherry, just by the cluster. Yep, that's what that is. That's exciting, because I don't really have very many planted, so thank you, Jesus. And then in here is my other herb side. We got a little tiny sad basil, some more basil, marigold, pepper, more rosemary, and then this is my beautiful chives that I forgot that I planted like 2 years ago. And then zinnias, which funnily enough, one volunteered over here. I was super excited. I love volunteers. So right now I'm just, oh, hello Mr. Mushroom. Is there anyone living in there? I'll get to my squash garden in a bit. Alright, so I just made some major cuts in my squash garden. I wanted to show you my little pumpkin. It's growing. Look, that doesn't look like a pumpkin. Doesn't that look like, I don't know what that looks like. That could be anything at this point. But, so this is kind of the alleyway garden. It has just random stuff. This vine is not even actually in this garden. It's in that garden, and it came through here, and you can see it's going that way and that way. But there's sunflowers. There's a tomato back there that is volunteer, and then there's the main garden. So let's go and check it out. I'm gonna actually put the hose in the plum tree. Let it water that for a little bit. It hasn't gotten a good drink. So these are my greenhouse volunteers. I don't know what they are yet. Obviously squash, but they're gonna come up soon. Got a couple tomatoes out here. Hold on. And then from back there, we got our first squash. Look at that beauty. So, very excited about eating that. But I made a bunch of cuts, so I pulled out a few sunflowers that were just kind of getting in the way. As you can see, it's kind of a landmine area over here. We got some kale. We got some tomatillos. We got a ton of tomatillos. Look at this. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just in the view of me right now. Sorry, I'm getting eaten by mosquitoes too, so I'm kind of like swatting and recording. But here's a couple more little tomatoes that volunteered in here. Literally all I put in here were brassica seeds, squash, pumpkin, melon seeds. So we got a lot of stuff coming up. This, I'm not sure what it is. Oh, it's another honey boat. Yay. So there's another honey boat. This one is another honey boat. I got a ton of honey boats this year. Here is Cube of Butter. What is this one? This one's butternut squash. The Romano is not doing super well. It fell over, and so I cut a bunch of the leaves off, and these look promising. Hopefully the bees can get to the blossoms. They weren't being fertilized, or not fertilized, I guess fertilized properly. And then this is my little honey boat squash. Look at him. It has them all over the place, so I'm super excited about that. And then some other squashes out here, some I'm not sure what's out here. There's just a lot. It's hard to look at all the little tickets. And then here's the 2 giant pumpkins over here that are taking over the alleyway. And there's the main garden. And there's the chicken yard. The 2 Holland Lops were just moved out, so that's very exciting. They're out over with the other rabbits now. So, what do you think, girls? You guys need some diatomaceous earth. Maybe today. So, but yeah, this is the garden right now. It's doing fantastic.